Welcome back to the channel, and today I have 10 new knives to share with y'all, some awesome ones. I may not be able to get through every single one of them, but I'm going to try my hardest. If not, I will break it into two separate videos. I also want to apologize for everybody who entered this giveaway. It took me a long time, and it's been like 12 days, but we ended up going on a trip, and I meant to do it before, but life happened, and that's that. So if you didn't enter to win a brand new Kershaw Iridium reverse Tanto and you don't feel like watching this, you can skip to this time right here. So I got the link to the video right there and filter duplicate comments. And let's see who the winner is for the brand new Kershaw Iridium. If you're the winner, contact me. My email is in the description at the bottom. So here we go. See how many comments, and the winner is Creed 4. Would be great to see some cut testing for our kitchen knives. It's not really my thing. I don't cook much, so sorry about that. But you are the winner of a brand new Kershaw Iridium, still in the box, never opened. And email me with your shipping information, and I'll get this out to you ASAP. All right, now on to the knives. We got some awesome new Vosteed. First up, we have the Vosteed Mini Labrador. And I gotta say, the full size, in my opinion, is an underrated knife. It's an excellent, large knife, super smooth. You got a regular flipper, you got a front flipper that works great, and you got thumb studs that work great with nice contoured micarta scales, a lightweight. Well, some people didn't like how big it was because it is a pretty nice size knife. Well, they came out with a mini. This particular one is in 154 cm and micarta, like I said earlier. The new one has titanium scales. It's a flipper only. I wish it would have been thumb stud. That would have been even nicer. This is a smaller knife, but it has outstanding action. Same drop point blade. This one is in 14C 28N, one of my favorite budget steels. And this is coming in at a budget price. I think it's even less than the full-size Labrador. If I'm not mistaken, I'll try to put it up here if I remember. You have a mill tie clip. It's riding on bearings. It's nice and smooth. It's not a complete drop shut knife, but I don't really think it needs to be. Just a few shakes and it goes to its home. You have a hardened stainless steel lock insert there. And like I said, great action. My medium-sized hands, I can kind of cram 4 fingers on there, or you can maybe call it a 3 3/4 fingers. Very lightweight because of its size. Here's some good size references. It's almost identical to the Vosteed Mini Nightshade, and it's pretty identical in length to the Kaiser Mini October. Now, of course, this one's a lot more slim, a lot more sleek, but if this one interests you, I will have links to every knife that is available down in the description. Most of them will be affiliate links, so if you want to help support what I do here on this channel, that is one way to do so. Now, one thing that I did notice on this knife that I don't love is the sharpening choil. You're gonna start creating a smile almost instantly because that plunge comes down right behind it. So if I want to keep that from happening, I'm just gonna have to cut it in myself, which I can because the stop pin is up here. So I could easily take one of my diamond files and open that up a little bit more after the first sharpening. But I will say it's nice and slicey. It's ground thin. And it's fairly comfortable, like I said, and super lightweight. Cool offering from Vosteed. Next up, we have a collaboration with Vosteed and Wayne Sharpworld, another fellow YouTuber. If you're not already following him, go check him out. Super nice guy. I think he lives in Canada. And I follow him myself, and I like to hear his viewpoint. This little keychain came with the knife. I don't know if they all come with this or not. I guess just to show the collaboration. So here's the knife. Definitely my style of knife. You got nice contouring on the micarta, nice and grippy. They have some with bolsters, I think I saw. There's a button lock or their Trek lock. You have a front flipper and thumb studs. They work great, nice and snappy. I will say I did take mine apart to clean it up because I've noticed a lot of times with the Vosteed coated blades, they might have a little bit of gunk in there, and this one wasn't super smooth. So I cleaned it out, and now it's silky, silky smooth. This one has a nice black wash sheep's foot blade. Love that finish. 14C 28N, once again, Got some nice effective jimping right here. My medium-sized hands choke back. I still get a nice 4-finger grip. If I wanted to, I could creep up there, but it's more suited back here. Nice drop shut action, and the front flipper works great. You can do the knuckle roll. Let's see, you can do the reach around. You can do the traditional. They all work excellent. You have a deep carry tip up pocket clip. It's not reversible. You have partial inset stainless steel liners that have been heavily skeletonized in there to keep down the weight. Balance point is perfect. Yeah, this one is a pretty cool knife. Very comfortable in hand. I don't really love button locks, but so far so good. Well, I'm not going to spine whack this one because until the actual plunger for the button lock breaks in, it's kind of silly to spine whack it. So there's a much greater chance it's going to fail right when you get it out of the box. Break it in just like any knife lock that you get. I think that's why I haven't had but 1 or 2 fail on me, and that was a pretty long time ago. I like how this one has just a little bitty audible stick. Nothing that, hurts my thumb or anything, but it's also probably caused by me because I put my own lube in there and it might have got on that plunger. The only thing that I noticed right off the back is no lefty love, which I'm not a lefty, but I know there are some lefties that watch. And my only nitpick, and it's just a pet peeve of mine, and that is the sharpening choil. You can see that plunge grind goes right to the back of that edge. It's fine over here, but over here it's starting to flare already. Not the end of the world, especially with the Trek lock. I can easily open that up. One good thing about this is the edge is sitting below, so I can kind of keep opening that up if I want to. But we'll see. I will sharpen it up after I test it, and we'll see what it looks like after the first sharpening, and I'll let y'all know. So the Vosteed Corgi has been a really popular model for Vosteed. This is the black wash copper version with a black wash blade. These are in Nitro V. It's a button lock or their Trek lock. You have a traditional back style flipper, and you even have a front flipper up there. I just like the overall shape of it. Well, now we have the mini Corgi, and I gotta say, I like this one even more. So you can have a total length on that. So I don't know what, maybe an inch, but you still have that same blade to handle ratio. As you can see there, you can probably see it on this one. There you go. They could have came out longer, but if I had to guess, I'm pretty sure this is an under 3-inch blade. So this is gonna be legal in a lot of areas. This one has orange G10, softly contoured, not a whole lot. One difference between the mini and the full size, a lot of people complained, a lot of lefties complained that there was no lefty love. Well, now on the mini, there is left-handed tip-up carry as well as right-handed. So it's not really a deep carry. I kind of wish they would have made the second screw to this clip for here. But, it's not the end of the world. You don't have that. All you have is this little bit sticking out. And this is already a small, almost 5th pocket carry. It's a little bit long for 5th pocket, but nice action. Beautiful drop point. Once again, that's going to be a very functional drop point. I can use that tip rather easily. It's nice and bulky. And this particular one has a satin finish, and it's in 14C 28N instead of the Nitro V here. But Nitro V and 14C are so similar. And I can't notice a difference whenever I've tested Vosteed's 14C and their Nitro V. This one's nice and thin. You can hopefully you can kind of see that right there behind the plunge. Pretty darn thin. You got a nice thin tip for piercing. Nice and smooth. That front flipper works great. The back flipper works great. The reach around works great. Can you knuckle roll it? Yep, you can knuckle roll it. My medium-sized hands, I still get a nice 4-finger grip. Now you do want to be careful that you're not pushing on that button. I can make sure I can maneuver my hands so I don't. If you get this knife and you go to maintenance it and take it apart, be very careful because I've never seen a button lock done like this before. When you take this side apart, this plate right here has the spring underneath it because this is their Trek lock. So the spring comes all the way to this side, kind of like a regular button lock, but when you take this screw off, it's under spring tension, and it's not going flying. It's a small spring. And then you also have on this side, underneath this button, there's a little collar that goes around right there. Make sure you don't drop that like I did and wonder why I can't get the knife back together. This one has titanium inlays. I like how they put the little texture on the button. Yeah, I think this is going to be a popular one for those who either can't carry over 3-inch blades or they like smaller knives. Good sharpening choil on this one. You should have a good bit of sharpening life before it starts to widen up, maybe 3 or 4. You have a hidden lanyard post, G10 backspacer. Yeah, cool offering. Let me show you a full size comparison. So if we go a pivot to pivot shot, and we can go butt to butt. So it's a good bit longer. I mean, it's a good bit shorter than the original Corgi. So that does it for the Vosteed knives. So this right here is the Berg blade Sweeny, and I don't think it's any surprise. I absolutely love it. This is the full-size Sweeny. Oh, God, it's broken in so nicely. You got an excellent front flipper. You got an excellent reverse flicker. Nice drop point blade. Very, very comfortable in hand. Blind screwed mill tie clip. Well, when I found out that he was doing a mini, I was ready to snag one whenever they dropped. And here it is. I got the Lava Flow Fat Carbon. And the reason why I went with this one, because it had the satin blade. I wanted to go with satin, being that I had the blasted stone wash finish on this one. You have bead blasted bolsters. And look how nice that softening is on the edges right here. These are made by Riyadh, I'm pretty sure. Nice tie backspacer. Blind screwed mill tie clip, once again. Functions nicely. You have your hardened stainless lock insert. T8 hardware throughout. Same awesome front flipper. And a beautiful drop point blade. So let me give you a size comparison. I think there's still some of these available on River's Edge Cutlery. I think those are the 2 places that I know that had the minis. I think they have one of the variations, maybe 2. I'm not sure about his site, but there's a pivot to pivot, and we got to go butt to butt. So just like the Corgi, it's a good bit smaller than the full size. Just a very easy knife to carry. This one is breaking in nicely. Now I do have one complaint, and kind of bummed me out because this one was okay. They brought the plunge way back here, and I should have a couple of sharpenings before this will start to widen up. Well, I don't know if all of them are like this, or, you know, if there's one out there, I'm going to get it. I always get the jacked up blades, but mine, you can see where that plunge comes down, and look, you can already see mine came with a smile to it. So that's what I'm talking about. For people who don't know what I'm talking about when I mean a smile, means that the sharpening choil goes where the full thickness is. This is where it stops right here. And then it starts to taper into full thickness. Well, that edge bevel is going to stay the same all the way till you get to this thicker material, obviously, because it's thicker than this. So as you can see, it's creating somewhat of a smile. It's curving down, and it's going to get larger and larger unless I open that up. If anybody else got the small Sweeny, let me know. Did yours come with that, or am I just one of the ones that got it? I still love the knife. I don't think it's going to be a deal breaker for me. I'm sure if Matt from Berg Blades had any available left, I'm sure he'd probably exchange it for me if I just got, you know, one of the unlucky ones. But I don't know. It's going to be a user for me, and I may just fix it myself. I'm not sure. Well, since we're at 14 minutes already, I'm going to call it on this video. I'll save the next for the next video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave those down below. Remember, if you are the winner of this brand new Kershaw, or this one right here, please contact me, email me, send me your shipping information. And yeah, I hope everybody's having an absolute amazing day. I will see y'all on the next one. Hey, I you booze.